Hey, folks, you can see Blue's tired, so it's time to go. Gee, I hope you enjoy these Rock'em Sock'em tapes because Blue and I love bringing them to you. We're going to end with some beauty goals, but you kids, stay tuned after. Blue and I got some messages for you, okay? Thanks for watching, folks. See you next year, God willing. All right, we're going to have a few tips for some of you kids that want to listen how to play hockey and how to survive in hockey. You ready? Let's go. Hey, kids, I want to cry sometimes when I see you walking on cement with skates. I know you don't think it's a big deal, but if you were paying for the sharpening, you would. You know when you blackboard, you put your fingernails on it, and it drives you nuts? That's what drives me nuts, seeing you kids walk on cement with your skates. Don't walk on cement. You know, a lot of you people are going to think this is silly, this is not important, but I'm telling you one of the most important things I feel, if my son was playing, would he'd have his own water bottle. You never know what's going on. You see the kids put their mouth around it like that. Worst of all, you see them taking the top off like this, putting the thing down, drinking it out like that. I'm telling you folks, I kid you not. I talked to a father last year in Mississauga. God love him, his young boy died at 10 years old. And he swears he caught meningitis off a water bottle. So please, please, get your own water bottle, put your name on it, and don't let anybody else drink it but you, okay? See that? They're my gloves that I used in Rochester when I played. Now, I know you can't use gloves like these, but don't get them too short, guys. You remember what happened to Mario when Adam Graves slashed him? If he had had these gloves, he'd have been all right. Don't get them too short. Please, save your wrist, all right? Remember, a little tip. All right, you see how I'm going into the corner now? I got my head down like this. You never, ever go into the corner like this. This is how you go into a corner. Watch me now. All right, if I'm going into the corner, I always go into the side. I'm going into the side. I'm not going straight in, and I'm always taking a peek. I'm always taking a peek. Mario, you ever see him go in the corner like that? Only one time Gretzky ever went in. You remember in Team Canada when Suter got him? He always knows where everybody is. It's not chicken, you know. It's not chicken to take a peek. You should know where the big defenseman is. You should know where the other forward is. When you go into a corner, take a peek of what's going on. Pick up the puck. Go like this. Never go blind into a corner. Remember that, kids. This is the most dangerous part of hockey. In the corner. Be careful in the corners. Remember that. See, I got Eric there. I hit him pretty hard. I cannot hurt Eric there. You know why? He's up against the boards. You can't get hurt when you're up against the boards. Watch Kirk Muller. Watch Gilmore. Watch Sezel, the good corner guys. They're up against the corner going like this with one hand, kicking the puck. You can hit them as hard as you want, and you won't hurt them. But I'm going to show you how you can get hurt in the corners, okay? Let's go. See where Eric was standing there? He was standing this far from the boards. This is no man's land. This is where you can get hurt. This is where the defensemen pick you up and ride you to the boards. Never, ever, ever stand like this with the puck going in the corners like this. No man's land. Remember, up against the boards and you'll never get hurt, okay? You just saw the most cowardly act in hockey and the most dangerous. Kids, when you're going in the corner, first of all, Eric shouldn't have been like that. He shouldn't have been like that, but if he is, kids, please, 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 think first. Never hit anybody into the boards. This is so important. It's the cheapest shot of all time. I'm begging you right now, don't, when you see anybody next to the boards with his head down, hit him head first into the boards. I'm pleading with you. It's a cowardly act, and I hate it. And everybody in hockey, from Wayne Gretzky, Mario, Bobby Orr, down the hall, they call a guy that does that a cheap shot artist, and don't you do it. Geez, you see the way Eric hit me there? I can't understand it, why you kids are using football tactics now. Look, if you're going to hit somebody, have your head up. I see it all the time at the tournaments. Just because you got the big mask on the helmet, you think you're impervious. You like that word? Impervious to getting hurt. You gotta hit with your head up. What happens if I jump out of the way, he hits his head, and you know what happens then? Keep your head up at all times. Hey, now look, if you get hit and you go down, don't roll around on the ice letting on you're hurt, trying to draw a penalty. That's not the Canadian way. You know, they do that over in Europe, like soccer or something. Don't fall down and let on you're hurt. Don't cry wolf, because if you cry wolf, they won't send anybody out after a while. Remember a few years ago in Calgary, when Montreal was playing the Flames and Claude Lemieux fell down, Pat Burns, the coach, wouldn't send the trainer out. He was faking it. Canadians aren't fakers. If you're hurt, okay, you can't move, all right. But if you're not hurt, get up and play the game the Canadian way, all right? Hey, you know what bugs me? I'll tell you what bugs me. When I see a big guy picking on a little guy, knocking him down, trying to hurt him. If you want to pick on somebody your own size, okay? That's the Canadian way. Yeah, this is what we used to call the wand in the Boston Bruins. And you know who that is? Bobby Orr. What a hockey player, the greatest hockey player who ever lived. You know, talking about sticks, I go to a lot of tournaments, you know, and I see the kids after, when they lose the tournament, they take and break their sticks and fall down and cry. You don't do stuff like that. Why give satisfaction to the other club? You think the Vancouver Canucks, when they lost in that 7th game, they didn't want to break their sticks and act stupid? Never ever do that. Stand along that blue line and take it. Another thing, too, I saw coming, and I think it's great what we're doing in Canadian hockey. Unless it's a tournament where there's a lot of goals, I saw teams up 6-1 on visiting teams from the States and over the pond. They never run up the score. I actually saw one of the goalies on a Canadian team, to make the other team feel good, let a goal in. That's the way to do it. Don't rub it in. Don't be a wise guy. And when you do get a goal and it's 6-1, don't be a hot dog and jump around. It's not the Canadian way. Now remember, kids, when you're playing hockey, you play hard, you play fair, you play for fun, but you keep your head up and your stick down, all right? See you later. Let's go, Eric. Now look, Eric, you gotta take this here, put it like that, take the thing, shoot it in the net. You missed the net, you can't, what are you doing? You're supposed to hit the net.